don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello there. Ascend Online, Legacy of the Fallen. This is book 2 in Ascend Online. Alright. This one actually starts out more of how I like it. It's they go back to the real world, they find out how much they're actually making off their viewership. They realize they're actually doing really incredibly good. They're like 800 out of, well, millions. So that's, the top 1,000 is actually pretty good out of how much feed there is. And it being a group feed and everything like that. So I like that little aspect. And then they go back to the world, which I guess is a real world. It's still confusing. And I like, I don't know why. I guess it's because I don't know anything about the bad guy character, Carver, but I don't care for him as a villain because he just seems to be a sociopath, or a psychopath, really. And it's unrelatable because, like, in other books, like if you look at Awaken Online, it makes sense because Alex, you know he's a psychopath. But at the same time, he does have his own past that's bothering him. Like, you get little glimpses of him because he knows Jason. And here, Carver's just this random dude who just happens to be there and chooses to have them as his villains. It just, I don't know. Carver plants a spy in the middle of the camp, Altford. One thing I gotta say is it really bothers me, the names. There's Amaranth, there's Altford, there's the chief of the village. There's so many people with the same, roughly similar, close names that it confuses. I don't know half the time who is talking, because as I'm reading, I'm just like, oh wait, I'm dyslexic, okay? So it's like Amaranth, Altford. I'll start reading everything exactly the same, and it's just very aggravating. You make it distinctly different, especially if they're main characters throughout the story, because it throws me. It makes it very difficult for me to follow along because they're already very weird names, and then on top of that, they all start with the letter A. I mean, there are many more instances like that in the story, and it makes it hard for me to continue, which is why it took me forever to get to book 2. Because heck, I read book 1 like weeks ago, and now I'm finally getting to book 2 just because that's one of the issues I have with the story. It makes it difficult for me to follow along with what's going on when characters are just too difficult to put into place. Who's where, what's going on here. It's too hard to follow. Yeah, but story is good. It's just I don't know why Carver's doing all this. I need something, because is he doing it just because he's evil? I mean, that's a very Harry Potter thing to do. Someone's evil just to be evil. There's no actual rationalization as to why they're evil. There's no real concrete. There's nothing there. So I really need more of his story. It's bothering me. It's probably going to take me a while to get to the next book in Ascend Online, because it's still, even now, it takes me a while to realize what's going on with how many times I reread or read the wrong name. Eventually I'll go like, oh, that's what's happening. But yeah, Ascend Online, Legacy of the Fallen. It is a good series. I just wish they spent a little more time outside of the game world, especially since it's supposed to be a dive type series where you dive into a game and then you get out. There's still things going on in the real world. So yeah, I hope they get more into that in the next book. I hope they do, because it's driving me crazy, the fact that I have no clue what's going on. It's aggravating. Well, not that I have no clue what's going on. I have trouble following along. That's the aggravating part. Yeah, but Ascend Online actually is a good series. It's just, if you want to be confused as to the naming schemes and just being confused as to who's who, yeah, this is the book for you. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles.